and welcome to another episode in our Crystal Academy course. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about how do we use the crystals. You know, we've got our crystals, we've talked about how to choose our crystals, and now that we have our crystals, what do we do with them? How do we use our crystals? I know when I first started collecting, I should say, my crystals, I didn't know really how to use them. I read about them as I shared with you, and I picked them and I chose them and I brought them home and I just basically set them all on my nightstand. I had no idea how to use them. So I'm thinking that if I struggled with that, many of you are also struggling with how do you use the crystals. We discussed that crystals are just an energy, and we're just an energy. So one of the best ways to use the crystals, really the only way to use the crystals, is to have them in our energy field. They're only going to work if they're around us, if they're close to us. So how do we do that? How do we have all the crystals around us all the time? Well, that's how I started my jewelry business, guys. For one, it was a fundraiser for my son William, but I was also using the crystals for healing with William. And so I realized we needed them on us all the time. And I remember reading in one of the books that actually suggested placing the crystals on the part of the body that you were trying to heal with surgical tape. And I thought, my gosh, there's got to be a better way. So as you guys can see right now, I actually have a crystal on my throat chakra, and it is it's a beautiful piece actually of kyanite. And I normally wear kyanite or aquamarine, sometimes rose quartz when I am talking on live video, because I'm trying to keep my heart open and my throat open, and I want to clearly express myself. So I would suggest keeping the crystals around you. Now, you can use surgical tape to place them on your body. You can put them in a pouch. You can carry them in your pocket. Or, as I prefer, you can wear them in jewelry, in bracelets, necklaces and earrings, and you can layer the bracelets. And what's really fun about that is that's the style right now too. So how fun, you know, they're beautiful, and why carry them in your pocket when you can have them all over, you know, as decoration or as beauty. Now, as you guys can see right behind me, that is my own personal altar. I created that altar as a space for meditation. Now, I have to be honest with you, I've been noticing I've been meditating more in my bedroom than here in my office/healing room. However, it still has such a beautiful sacred energy and sets the space for this room, because this is the room where I do healings on clients and where I make jewelry for clients. So there is my altar, and I use crystals all over that. And that brings me to my third point, okay? So just to recap, first, you can wear the jewelry or place them on you. You can put the crystals on your altar. And then thirdly, you can place them around your home. You can place them in feng shui. I'm going to make another video specifically on crystals and feng shui. But to give you guys a quick glimpse of that, or a quick example, in feng shui, each area of the house has been designated a specific energy or a job per se. So for example, the southeast corner of your home or a room is the career or your wealth or your money corner. So my suggestion would be to put a money stone in that corner of your home. So I am trying to think if I should tell you those crystals or not. Let's get to that in another video on what crystals would be the wealth crystals. Okay, and then another way, you guys, we can use the crystals, and I'll expand more in these videos, is you can use an elixir. So an elixir is where you take some water and you place a crystal in your water. Now, my disclaimer is you don't want to use all crystals in water. Some are very soft and some are toxic. So I always just stick with the safest ones, which are quartz-based crystals. Clear quartz, rose quartz, amethyst, citrine, smoky quartz are a really good, safe 5 crystals that you can use in elixir. And to do an elixir, you just place the crystal in the water and you drink the water. Now, some people actually, when it's a full moon, will place the crystal in the water outside overnight. And some people will place the crystal in the water and they like it to be in there for 12 hours. And some people say 24 hours. And some people just put the crystal in the water and drink it because they don't want to wait. Again, my theme here in my teaching, what I hope you guys understand is there's no right or wrong when dealing with energy. It's what you guys feel. So if you feel so inclined that the crystal needs to sit in the water for 24 hours, then by all means, let that crystal sit in the water for 24 hours. But if you feel like you just want to put the crystal in the water, you want to infuse that water with the energy of the crystal, you want to take the energy internally, then do when you feel. I normally don't wait very long when I do it. You can also infuse your bath water with a crystal as well. I like to run a bath and I like to use Epsom salt, which is also crystals. And then I will put, especially for self-love, I would put some rose oil or some jasmine or some ylang ylang oil and a crystal into my bathtub and around to grid the bathtub. And we're going to learn about how we can grid our home as well by connecting the line with the crystal. I have a selenite point. This is a selenite log, but I have a selenite point, so it comes to a point at the end, and that is where I connect the crystals. So another way then to use the crystals would be with a pendulum. This is a fun way to use the crystals. So with the pendulum, this can help you choose your crystals. And this is a way to really connect with the crystals, and you can connect to your higher self by asking questions. So the pendulum is really fun to use. The first thing, when dealing with a pendulum, since crystals are little living beings, they have personalities. I suggest carrying your pendulum with you, for a good week or 2 weeks and really connect and have your energy sync with each other when you have your pendulum. And then when you're starting to use your pendulum, I like to hold it over another crystal for more energy. And I always set the space for protection. So I'm inviting in the highest white light, universal source love energy to be with us now and asking for protection, that only answers that are for my highest and best come through. For this is a vessel for love. Please show me yes. Okay, so right now, the pendulum is showing me a circle for yes. I should bring it down. Can you guys see it okay? Okay, please show me no. My pendulum is showing me back and forth for no, which is very typical. Normally, and I've been working with this pendulum, so normally the pendulum for me will show me a circle for yes and a back and forth for no, but it could be different for you, so that you want, and see it's saying yes right now as I say. It could be different for you.